Oh my god, the liberals can't persecute their opponent. If they can't persecute their opponent, how can they win? So a lot of people that I spoke with, especially from Romania, they're like, "Oh, look what's happening in America. Oh, the president has immunity. Oh, and I'm like, you do realize they have immunity here in our country? And they're a Pikachu face, and I'm like, look. If you're not passionate about legislation, like if you're not actually passionate about the law or how a country runs, then just please do me a favor and shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up, you're just parroting mainstream media talking points. You're looking at the television, and you're seeing those people that are paid by the multi-billion-dollar corporation getting all agitated and panicky over this, and now you're agitated and panicky too. Like, I swear to God, I have seen this happen so many times. Like, for instance, back in 2016, when Trump was erecting the horror, the wall. Oh my goodness, it's a wall. Oh, and everyone was like, how can he do it? How can he build it? And it's like, we got a wall here. We got a wall here. Like, we got a wall with all our borders. It's normal. It's considered normal. And like, the reason for them is that they go on the internet and they see all these people getting agitated by the mainstream media. So now they're agitated as well. It's like, you're in Romania. Why do you care about the wall between the United States and Mexico? It's like, oh, wait, because he's a racist. It's like, how? By building a wall is now racismus? Racismus is in the brick and mortar? The answer is yes. Right, so when you build a fence to your house, you are racismus towards the homeless, huh? Like, when you have a fence with your neighbor, you must hate the neighbor. Because that's what the television told you. I swear, I now understand why it's called the idiot box. Because literally every dumb shit that's parroted there is going to be parroted by people in real life. Almost no exception. Like, no one just stops to think a little bit. So anyway, right, the concept that the president has immunity, I thought that it's understood. Like, what was it? Was it Obama? Like which one of the presidents drone striked an American civilian, right? Like it was in a foreign country, and when they drone striked it, it was an American civilian over there. I don't even know if they meant to, or when they drone strike a funeral or something like that, right? How many times is the president investigated for war crimes or murder or anything similar like that? Does that happen? No, it doesn't, right? Why? Because he has immunity. He has fucking immunity. Right? Like, if you're a private contractor, and let's say you actually have access to a drone making company, right? And you send the drone over to Mexico and you start attacking targets, what do you think happens? Right? Now, if the president does it, it's fine, right? I mean, look at Abraham Lincoln, right? What did Abraham Lincoln do? Like, did he go to court for it? Like, no. It's like, alright, so, this thing passed, and now you have the liberal bringing up the most unhinged things ever. Like I'm listening to CNN, I'm listening to the Young Turks, and they're like, but what if he organizes the Navy SEALs to take down one of his political opponents? Like, but what if he does it? Like, I don't know, there are other countries in the world where the president has immunity and they don't do that fucking shit. It's like, okay, like let's assume for the sake of the argument that he would, right? Because, like, you got people on Twitter now suggesting that Biden should drone strike Trump. It's like, what the fuck are you saying? If that were to happen, like, first of all, the people may just choose not to follow the order. Like, you do realize that. Like, it's possible for the actual military that gets the order can just say no, right? And then the president, even though he can't be held criminally liable, they can strip him away of his presidential powers. Like, there are a lot of procedures through which they can do so. And then, you gotta take into account that if they were to commit such an unthinkable act, because this would be complete madness, right? But if they were to do it, you'd literally have a civil war. Because at that point, you'd have governors that would just basically say, okay, the federal government has gone rogue, so we're not going to do it, we're not going to play ball anymore, right? So this is why, like, no one does it. And the idea that, like, the presidency is just one guy is another insanity. Because it's not just one guy. Like, besides the fact that he has advisors, he's got, like, an entire political party that tries to rail him in, right? He's got lobbyists and interest groups and all of that. But there is never going to be a time where the president is just going to do what the crazy liberal media is suggesting right now. And again, even if they do, there are other checks and balances. Like, just because he doesn't go to prison, that doesn't mean that he was not going to lose his presidency. And then you also have the concept. It's like, what do they mean by immunity? Well, it's immunity for him exercising his presidential mandate, right? That doesn't mean that if he runs over someone with a car that he's not going to be held responsible, because that's personal issue. But again, like, this exists in most countries around the world. And you know, the thing that now they're concerned, like, what if, like, theoretically, the president, I think, like, he actually has the legal authority to drone strike someone in Germany if he wanted to, right? Like, legally speaking, he would have this authority. Why aren't they concerned about that? You know, like, look at, what is the last time that the United States formally declared war against a nation? Because there have been many conflicts that the US has gotten itself into. Why aren't they criticizing the fact that it's like people in America may be completely unaware who the US is currently at war with? I mean, I wouldn't blame them because I don't fucking know. But I'm pretty sure they're at war with someone, you know? And then you just wake up as an American citizen and one day you find out, oh, by the way, like, we're in conflict with these guys now. And it's like, oh, did Congress say anything about it? No. But it's decided, right? Like that would be something of more pressing concern over the fact that, oh, well, the president has immunity, which, by the way, he had up until now. Like, even if he wouldn't have had it, like, legally on paper, I have never seen a president being actually charged for the stuff that he did. I mean, look at George W. Bush, right? Like, George W. Bush goes into Iraq in order to search for weapons of mass destruction, doesn't find any, but kind of levels the place, right? Like, a lot of people died, both Americans and Iraqians. Does he get to face any criminal charges for that? Is he going to face a court? No, of course not, right? Why? Because he's got immunity. I mean, the very fact that they're concerned trolling about this is astonishing, and they're freaking out so much. Freaking out so much over this, it's absolutely hilarious. And they're going to the most extreme things, right? The most unthinkable things. And it's also over things that don't affect me. And don't affect you, by the way. Like, who the fuck cares? It's like, oh, the president has immunity. Oh, my goodness, right? Is your life going to change? Is it going to be different tomorrow than it was yesterday? No, but you know what? When the Supreme Court says, actually, the president can suppress information, so if the president wants social media companies to suppress misinformation or, you know, to amplify certain voices, that's fine. Well, that does actually affect me. And that does affect you because you actually go to read online and maybe the sources that you'd like to read and the people that you trust are now getting suppressed. Are the liberals complaining about it? Do they say anything? No. No, of course not, right? Instead, you gotta be concerned about their problems and their issues and their political ambitions. But when it's about issues that concern you, they don't give a fuck. Yeah, I mean, we saw during the pandemic how great censorship is. It was absolutely amazing. You know, hopefully we're going to get more of it. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.